a really nice general class today. No particular emphasis on any, one part of the body like we've been doing over the last few weeks. Just going to tick all the boxes, and you'll come out at the end feeling fabulous. All right, that's a guarantee, or you can get your money back. Promise. All right. Dan the man's disappeared. Let's hope he's coming back. So we're starting with our feet in fist width apart position, and just glance down and make sure your feet are even. That's it. He's back. There he is. And just let's take a moment. I feel like Dan in particular needs this. Let's just take a moment to be here in our bodies and breathe. All right. So what is the date today? I can't even think what it is. April, there's something or other, isn't it? Just losing track. But here we are. The moment the sun is shining, hope it is there in Matlock 2, Dan. No, it's not. Okay. And we're just here in our bodies. All right. So just take a moment to really be present. Anything else you've got going on in your life, think of it in a bag and just put it outside the door. You can pick it up later if you want to. All right. For now, though, we're just going to concentrate on our bodies. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Here we go. Rolling down through the spine. Nice, easy. 3 roll downs to get us going. Breath in at the bottom. Exhale. Let's come up. Let's go quite fluidly. As always, using this time to check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. Breath in at the top, exhale. And as we go through the class, listen to your body. If you've been up to something interesting over Easter and it's left a bit of a mark on you, exhale as we come up. Like gardening might give you a bit of a sore back or something. Then just be nice to yourself. Breath in at the top, exhale. Here we go. Give that part of your body a little bit of TLC and you'll feel all the better for it. Exhale, scoop out the belly, stack up the spine, head comes up at the very last. And when we get to the top, we're going to shoulder roll forwards. So as always, when we do this, think of your shoulder blades moving. Think of the movement they're making rather than just this little bit at the top here. That's it. Get that top of the back moving. So think of that little strip of land between your shoulder blades and feel how it should go sort of in and out as you're bringing your shoulder blades around. Let's go the other way. So now we're opening out and that piece of skin between your shoulder blades is going to get pinched. Here comes Sheila. Yay. As your shoulder blades pull together as you roll those shoulders down. Super. That's it. Make it meaty. Let's make it meaty. Even if you're a vegetarian, let's just make this meaty. All right, one more. And now you're going to bring the heads of your shoulders up to your ears, hide your neck, honey monster time, and then let it go. Either gently or with a little bit of a whoop, whatever you prefer. Up we come. And let it go. There's Sheila. Hey, Sheila, we've only just started. We've just done 3 roll downs and a couple of shoulder rolls. There we go. And just know, chaps, that every time you let the shoulders go, any stress that you might have in your body is just going to drop out the ends of your hands and fizzle away into nothingness, leaving you stress-free. One more. Good. All right. So feet still fist width apart. You're going to shift your weight ever so slightly so you've got a little bit of lightness in your heels, and then you're just going to keep going so you can float on up to your tippy toes. That's it. Lovely. And now remember, you want to resist the coming down. So try and keep the same height even though your heels are lowering towards the floor. That's it. And let's just keep doing this. Feel free to find your own rhythm. Woo. So we've been doing this the last few weeks, haven't we? This sort of ankle strength training balance work. So by now, we should be nice and confident in the ankles hinging straight up and straight down. Straight up and straight down. That's it. Hold your core and think of lifting out of the crown of your head so the crown of your head gets closer to the ceiling. And then it tries to stay as close to the ceiling as possible, even though you're bringing your heels down. Let's just do 2 more. That's it. Now on this one, we're going to stay up on your tippy toes. Remember, it doesn't have to be high. Keep your heels off, and then you're just going to bend your knees in parallel. Don't let them knock together. And then straight back up, keeping your heels off and down. If you need to take, or if you want to take your arms out to the side to help you balance, completely fine. That's it. Do whatever you need. It's all good. If you need to hang on to something, do that. That's it. Just going down. So the heels are staying off the floor the whole time here. And you can feel your feet making those tiny, tiny little adjustments to keep you on your balance. We've just got 1 more of these. Now this time you're going to stay down in your plie. Keep your heels off. Keep your knees bent. Now put your heels down. And now lift your heels off. That's it. So your heels are going down and your heels are coming off. And again, think of the ankles. They're just hinging straight up and straight down. Straight up. Knees are going out over your 2nd and 3rd toes. Fix your gaze on something. Anchor it on a point on the wall. That's going to help you. And hold your lovely strong Pilates core. Lovely. Just got 1 more. Looking really good, everyone. Well done. Up and down. Good. Shake out the legs. Let's just take a quick calf stretch. So stay facing forward. The leg that goes behind you stays in parallel, remember. Lengthen that back heel towards the floor. If you need to deepen it to get more of a stretch in the calf, bend your front leg, but just watch the knees don't go beyond the toes. Lovely. Try and keep your hips square on. That's it. Bend the front leg more. Bend the front leg more, Sheila. That's it. Yeah. You look like you're a little bit squiffy like that. You need to come round. Like your right hip needs to come forward. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's it. There. Let's change legs, everyone. That's it. Foot behind you stays parallel. And remember, you've stepped behind your hip. That's it. Now you've gone squiffy the other way. So you need to bring your left hip forward. That's it. Yes. There you go, Sheila. Super. So both hips, we've got our flashlights here and they're both shining forwards. Super. And let's shake it out. Lovely. You're going to grab your band. Hold it doubled over if it's a long one, so it's not flapping around your face, because that's just annoying. And then let's take a wide stance, a little bit of turn out, whatever's comfortable for your hips. And let's bring, so hold your band down. Oh, Tanya's still tied up from yesterday. Don't panic, don't panic. Take your time, we're good. So there, hold your band quite, so Dan, you're gonna hold yours tighter. Come on. Yes, I think a bit more. Closer to, no, don't just pull it out. Put your hands close to, there you go, yeah. I can see you up there, Matlock. Bring your arms up, chaps. There we are. Now shoulders down, tailbone lengthening towards the floor. And we're going to take our plie. And as we do, we're going to pull the arms out. Yes, that's why we've beefed it up. So don't bring them down this time. You're just pulling the band wide above your head. That's it. Sheila, you look like you need to tighten up on your band. It looks way too easy. So hold it closer together. That's it. And pull. Yeah. And if you want to make He-Man sounds, fine. See, Dan, you've gone back to, is it your shoulders? Are you having trouble with your shoulders? That's way too easy, Dan. There you go. Make it hard for yourself to pull the band out. There we go. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4. Good. And 3, Try and break your band. Good. And 2. Super. Last one, here we go. Stay down in your plie, keep pulling on your band. See if you can go down a notch in your plie. Yes, and a notch more. Lovely. And then bring yourself up. Super duper, everyone. Bring your band behind your back now. Sort of like a boa. That's it. We're going to stand feet fist width apart again. Arms out in front. We're doing the open door thing. Now, just remember, even though you brought your arms forward, don't lose the width across your collarbones. Keep that nice and wide, all right? And then open the door. Look towards that back hand and then bring it forward. Good. Other side. Open the door. That's it. Turn from the waist. Keep that front arm pulling forward. As that's it. Yes, well done, Dan. And back hand pulling back and come forward. Keep going at your own pace and think of the breadth you've made from the tips of fingers on one hand, right across your chest, down one arm, across your chest, out through the other arm, and make that as long, as wide as you can. Let's do one more. And bring it back. Super. And we're going to come down onto the floor, but keep your band like it is. So like I said, it's a bit like a boa. I was reading about the lovely Paul O'Grady, and apparently he used to describe squirrels, who he didn't particularly like, even though he loved all animals, as rats with boas. I just love that. Rats with boas. So we're going to do a little bit of cat thread needle with our band still around our back. So again, chaps, hold on to it tight enough that you can feel it and you can work it, all right? It's going to help us improve this exercise. Knees under shoulders, no. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. That would have been fun. And let's take a cat stretch. Breath in. Exhale, round the back over into a C. Bring the tailbone up and underneath you, let the head drop. And now, working from the tailbone, lengthen out the spine, creating space between the vertebrae. Let your bottom stick out. You can let your belly hang towards the mat, one of the few occasions when we can. That's it, make a nice smiley mouth shape. Dan's back, still holding on to his boa. I love it. Let's go again. Exhale, we're rounding over. Let that head drop. Inhale, lengthen through, shoulder blades sliding down your back. Stretch out your spine right through the crown of your head. Lovely. And again, exhale, use the breath. Go as far as you can in the movement. Inhale, lengthen through. Got to keep our spines nice and supple. Last one. Exhale. Push the mat away from you. Draw the belly button up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen through. Super. And now let's return to our mid position. We're going to take the right arm out to the side to go into thread needle. All right. Right arm out to the side at shoulder height. Breath in at center. Exhale, down and through. Thread it under. That's it. Back of the hand reaching along the floor. Reach under your sofa. Yes. Back we come. So I think everyone except Abigail has got a sofa that you can, look for some lost poundage under there maybe. Stretch up. And let's go again. Reach for the treasure under your sofa. Lovely. And bring it back. Kyra's being a cutie on Sheila's sofa, doing roly-polies. Look up towards the sky. Down we go again. Last one. Reaching a little bit further. Bring that right shoulder down towards the mat. That's it. Come back up. Press down into your supporting hand to rotate away from it a little bit more. Shoulders roll down and back away from your ears. Lengthen the back of your neck. And then let's change to the other side. Good. Left arm out. And we're off. Breath in. Exhale, down and through. What have you got to reach for on this side? Come back. Exhale, turn. That's it. Roll those shoulders down and back away from your ears. Roll the right shoulder down and back down. Right shoulder. That's it. Yes, there you go. And again, down and through. Bring it back. And up we come. That's it. Open up the chest. That's it. Abigail's got a bookcase on her left that she's opening out to. Last one. Down and through. Inhale back. Exhale, press down into that supporting hand to turn away from it. Lovely. And then bring yourself down. Super. We are going to tie up our legs, chaps. So you know the deal. Have your band wide to start with so you don't do a cheese cutter job on your thighs, because that's not pleasant. And then if your band's long enough, you want to go around the front first. Cross it round the back. Bring it back round the front and tie it up. Where's Mabel then, Dan? Is she around? Oh, she's over there. Okay, good. As long as she's okay. All right. So just a word before we set off in this lovely position. We obviously, with your legs tied together like that, when we start doing our pelvic curls and our chest lifts and what have you, and we want our legs like this to stay in parallel the whole time, because they're tied up, the knees are going to want to go like that and just relax a little bit. So you are going to have to do a little bit of constant work just to keep your legs in parallel, okay? Just to stop them drifting together. All right, so down on your back, legs bent up, feet flat on the floor, the usual stance, everybody. We're going to start with some pelvic tilts. Take a breath in, exhale and tilt. Inhale, rock it back. Exhale and tilt. Feet nice and broad on the floor, toes relaxed. Insteps also relaxed, no tension there. Now keep this tilty going, but instead of thinking about your pelvis, think about your thighs. So as the pelvis tilts up, can you feel your hamstrings shorten there, contract and shorten? And then you rock it back. You exhale. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of work in the front of the thighs there as you tilt up. Can you feel that? And then rock it back. So look at it from a different angle today. Think of the work in the legs, especially because, as I said, we're having to do that little bit of work just to keep them in parallel. We're going to do one more. Exhale, tilt it. Inhale, rock it back. There's the Mabes. Lovely. Let's go into some curls, guys, shall we? So exhale to tilt as before, and then stand into your feet as you continue rolling up the spine all the way up. Work those buttocks to lift up the front of your hips towards the ceiling. Keep your pelvis tilted underneath you. Press up a little bit more, and then exhale. Let's roll it down. Super. We're going to go again. Exhale to tilt. Let the knees move forward away from you as the hips come up. Squeeze it up. Now you're going to pop your heels if you want to, optional. Now you're going to squeeze your right buttock a bit more. And now squeeze your left buttock a bit more. And your right buttock. And then your left buttock. So you get a little sort of hip sway here, as one buttock works more and then the other. So if you think of the hip bones in the front, one will get closer to the ceiling and then the other will get closer to the ceiling as you sort of do your little sway side to side. Good. Now, can you feel you've got more power in one buttock than the other? Finish the set off that you're on and then squeeze up both and see if you can squeeze as evenly as you can, right and left. Firing on all cylinders here, chaps. And then lower your heels, exhale, roll it down. We're going back up, breath in, exhale, tilt, Stand into your feet as the hips come up. Keep those legs in parallel. Again, pop the heels. This time, let's take the arms up and over, reaching back through the middle fingers, keeping the throat soft. Reach it, reach it. Now we're going to do our little Michael Jackson pelvic thrusts. Are you ready? Here we go. Start pulsing up with the pelvis. And remember the evenness of buttock work we've just done. See if you can feel both buttocks squeezing evenly, lefty, righty. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Squeeze it up one last time. Get your money's worth. Drop the heels and then leave your arms where they are as you roll down. And then hug your knees into your chest and just let those buttocks release. Mabel. Oh, she looked towards the camera, a little head went on an angle. Oh, darling. So we got 2 poochies in the Zoom room today. All right, let's go back because Hilda's not there, is she, Sheila? No, just Kyra. Yeah. Back where we were, we're going to go into some chest lifts. All right. So remember, keep those legs in parallel. Lift your elbows enough that the shoulders come down away from your ears. And here we go. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Good. Make sure you're keeping your head nice and heavy in your hands. And all the work to make your chest lift is coming from your rectus abdominis, your 6-pack muscles that run down the front of your body. Gathering up and then lengthening. Use the breath. Keep space under the chin. Shall we do 6 more? Yes, let's. And 5. Use the breath. And 4. 3. Good. 2. Last one, we're going to hold it up. Hold it up. Now press the back of your skull lightly into your hands to make sure your head is properly rested. We're going to pulse here, okay? Staying up in our chest lift. Pulse from your center for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down. Have a little rest. Super. All right, that's enough of a rest. So we're going to go into chest lift with rotation, and we're going to do the version where you bring a hand across your body as if you're trying to reach out and shake someone's hand. So it's the back of the hand against the outside of the leg. All right. Just one word when you do this, try not to rock on your pelvis too much like this. I mean, this is a huge exaggeration, but we're not rocking around like this. We're getting the action because of the work in our abdominals here. All right, from side to side. All right. Hands behind your head. Take a breath in. And here we go. Exhale, reach across. That's it. And down. Other side. Exhale, reach across. And down. Keep it going. Remember, you can imagine that you're reaching out to shake the hand of someone you really admire. And they're just out of reach. You've got to reach a bit. They're on the other side of a little crowd of people and they're reaching through. And you want to touch the skin there. Reach it. Yes. Good. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Looking good. Keep that head rested in the hand that's supporting it. And up and down. Oh, like a little chest lift with rotation. 2 more sets, chaps. Here we go. Are your knees still in parallel? Are your feet still relaxed? Last one. Bring it down. Have a little rest. Super. All right. So you're going to bring one leg at a time into tabletop. And now this time your legs can be together. So no more worrying about keeping them in parallel. And press the back of your waist into the mat slightly. So we're slightly imprinted. All right, so the belly button is already being drawn down into the mat. We're going to do our chest lifts from here. Take a breath in, exhale up, inhale down. So the legs stay still and it's just the chest coming up and down. Lovely. Use the breath. Now, I was going to say if you're upstairs in your house, but it kind of doesn't matter. As you come up, imagine your belly button is not just being drawn down into your mat, but is going through the floor, down through the floor underneath you. That's how much it's pulling down. Lovely. We've got 4 more. Use the breath. 3, looking really good, everyone. Keep the imprint. 2. Last one, you're going to hold it up. Keep that head nice and relaxed in your hands. Big toes stay together. You're going to open your knees into a diamond shape, staying up in your chest lift, staying up in your chest lift. That's it. Open out your knees. Good. Now close your knees. Open out your knees. Good. And close your knees. Staying up in your chest lift the whole time. Super. Exhale as you open your legs into that diamond shape. And again, see if you can break the band. Double dare you. Exhale. Pull down into the belly button as the knees go open as you exhale. 4 more. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it open. We're just going to do one last set of pulses, but stop if you feel cooked. Staying with the knees open. Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down. Ooh. Tell me you're feeling your abs. Hurrah. So just hold on to the front of your knees there. And let's just do a little bit of stir pudding. So you get a little bit of a lower back massage as you take your knees round and go in the other direction. That's it. And then we're gonna come up to come down. So rock yourself up, still tied up. Ugh. We're going to come down onto our side for some clams. So you're going to need your head cushions this week and have a lightweight for your arm openings in a minute. All right. So down on your side. Lovely. So as always, your legs are bent, your feet and your bottom are aligned as if they're both against the wall there. Your hips are stacked and your belly button is drawing into your spine here. Upper body nice and relaxed. Have your hand on your top hip. That's it. Just keep it nice and still. And we're just going to do regular clams, all right? So just the top knee going up. Take it up and down. Good. And 2 and down and 3. Keep it going. So, we often do clams. We don't often do them with our legs tied together. Oh, look at Mabel. And it's amazing what a difference it makes. I know Tanya said she was feeling it as well. I am. Just doing clams this week with your legs tied up. Woo! This is 10. We've got 5 more. And 5. Lovely. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one, you're going to hold up and just squeeze a little bit more. Go on, take that knee high to the ceiling. That's it. Squeeze it, squeeze it. And bring it down. Good. Underneath leg stays where it is. Top leg extends out straight. And now flex the foot and press into the heel to lengthen that leg slightly. So you should feel your under waist side on the mat grow a little bit lighter as you do that, as you lengthen that top leg. Now you're going to start with it at hip height. That's our starting position. So we're not coming down to the floor. We're starting it here. And now we're going to lift it up. little leg lifts and down and up. Keep the leg straight, keep the foot flexed nice and strong. And 4, press into the heel. And 5, good. And 6. Now, if anything, think of turning your whole foot towards the floor slightly, a little bit like that. And 8. And 9, yes, good. Can you feel that works it more? 10, 2 more, here we go. 11 and 12. Bring it back to hip height, keep it up. We're going to bring it forward with a flex foot as our little pendulum. That's it. Now point the foot as you swing it back, opening out the front of that top hip, getting a little butt squeeze. Flex it as it comes forward. That's it. Point it as it goes back. Now keep that leg as long as you possibly can. Lengthen it as it continues to swoop round in its pendulum trajectory. And forward and back. And 6, good. Keep the legs straight, keep pressing against the band. And 7. Have we done 7 twice? Never mind, it's good for us. And 8. Last one, hold it back there and see if you can just reach a little bit more. Imagine there's something behind you. Do you want to touch with your big toe? Reach it, reach it, reach it. And bring it down. Lovely. So you might need to scoot back on your mat slightly. So you're on the back edge of your mat so that you can bring your top leg now down onto the mat. That's it. And the underneath leg is going to extend. Now, let me just show you something as I swing round. Not very elegant, I'm afraid. But in this position, because our legs are tied up, this leg that we're going to be working here is going to want to drift forward. And we're going to go, no, no, no. You're going to stay back. So it's as if you're standing up. It's coming straight out of your body. And we're going to lift it from there. All right. So just be aware of that tendency for driftage. Top leg down, underneath leg straight. And we're going to lift up. Here we go. So we're bringing up and down. Lovely. Now, remember what I always say about this. Come up to a certain height and then you start your work. So you come up and then you squeeze it up. So it's like a little oof at the top. Good. And 5, I think. 5-ish. 6, looking good. And 7. Last one, Abel, we're going to hold it and we're going to pulse it up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Yes. Dan, is it easy if you bend your front leg a little bit more? Yeah. Because the band's stopping it. Okay, well, fine. That's all right. Arm opening, everyone. So grab your weight if you're using one. Legs stacked one upon the other. And let's get going when we're ready. That's it. Turn away from your hips. Keep that shoulder down and back away from the ear. Keep your knees down on the floor. That's it. And then turn to look at your extended hand. And let's just take a moment to breathe. And lengthen the muscles. Oh, I can hear the wind starting up again already. What is going on with the weather? Crazy. My mum lost her rose arch yesterday down in Southampton. She blew off down the road. Let's come back. Super. And let's go to the other side, shall we? Without any more mucking around. Back to the clams. That's it. Yeah, Sheila's it rolled up, so it starts to be like a cheese cutter, doesn't it? It's not fun. Remember to keep your bands in tip-top shape. You can put a bit of talcum powder, lay them out flat, bit of talcum powder. I guess a little bit of corn flour would probably do as well. Feet in line with your bottom, hips stacked, belly button to spine. Let's go with those simple clamps. Here we go, knee to ceiling, up and down. Good. So you just sort of spread a little bit on the surface, the powder on the band, that is, and that'll keep them in good condition. 5, 6, and 7. Good. And 8. Lovely. And 9. Squeeze it up. Break the band. And 10. And 11. Did we do 15? We did, didn't we? 12. 13. 14. 15, we're going to squeeze it up, get that little extra bit of work. And bring it down. Lovely. Straighten the top leg. Flex the foot. So no, wafty, soggy feet. Flex it and keep it nice and firm. Lengthen that top leg. And here we go. Lift it up and down and 2 and down. Good. Now remember what I said, if you can, think about turning the whole leg slightly down towards the floor. Beefs it up just a little bit, doesn't it? Yes, there we go. Now I've completely lost count. 8. Yeah. 9. 10. 11. Really good. And 12. Lower it to hip height. Just a hip height. We're going to pendulum. Swing it forward with a flex foot. That's it. Take it back with a pointy foot. Reach back. Super. And forward with a flex. Keep the leg at the same level as it sweeps around. Straighten that leg. Think of opening out behind the back knee here. That's it. And back. And forward. Don't tuck the pelvis underneath you. It's just the legs swinging. And 5. And back. And 6. Back. Really nice, guys. 2 more. 7. And back. Last one. 8. Now keep reaching it back. Let's go for that little arabesque feeling here. Reach back to touch the wall behind you or whatever's behind you. More, 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 more. Straighten that back leg. Straighten it. Don't make me come around your ass. Lovely. And bring it down. Go to the back of your mat. Top leg now down on the mat. Underneath leg straight. Remember what I said about it wanting to drift forward. Don't let it. And here we go. Underneath leg coming up and down. And 2. Squeeze it up at the top. Get that little extra bit. And 4. Good. Inner thigh muscles working here. We're going to have nutcracker thighs. And 7, which I know is something you've always wanted. And 8. And 9. Hold it up, 10. Did we pulse? I think we did, didn't we? Here we go, pulsing. Pulsey, 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 pulsey. And 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Bring it down. Arm opening. I think it's nearly time for Dan to dash off, but he can probably get in an arm opening. That's it. Open the breastbone towards the ceiling. Keep that top shoulder rolled down and back away from your ear. Open out the front of your armpit. And then breathe. Turning to look at your outstretched hand. Great, stay soft. And then bring yourself back. Super. I think Dan, you have to go, Dan. Yes. So Dan's extricating himself from his band. Everyone else, we're going to stay tied up. We're going to come onto our tummies for some back extension work. Have a good weekend, Dan.
Thank
And I'll
you.
see
Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye. Everyone else over onto your tummy. So it does take a little bit of work to stay tied up. Lovely. And you're going to make a little pillow for your head with your hands. So one on top of the other. Elbows out to the side, nice and wide. That's it. So as always, chaps, just think about your tailbone lengthening towards your heels, your belly button drawing away from the floor here. Buttocks can stay soft. We're going to leave the forearms down on the floor for the first few. Just going to roll your marble forward with your nose towards the top of your mat as you come up into your tiny back extension. Now hold it up there and press down through your forearms into the mat and see if that helps you get a little bit more length. Nice, Sheila, looking good. Yes, Tanya, also well done. Exhale, bring it down. Let's go again. Marble roll. And now press down through the length of your forearms. That's it, Abigail, too. Yes, nice. And down we go. One more time. Inhale, bring it up. Belly button still drawing away from the mat. And down you come. Change your hands so the other one's on top. And we're going to go exactly the same thing. Inhale, marble roll. Shoulders down, press down into your forearms. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, up you come, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. And exhale down. One more. Inhale. And bring it down. Super. Go back to having the other hand on top again. Now this time we're going to come up, but it's as if our hands are glued together and the back of the hand is glued to your forehead. So everything's going to come up as you lift your upper back, all right? Same marble roll as before. Inhale, marble roll, but this time bring your hands with you, your forearms, both of them up. So it's like you're doing a sort of a woe is me stance. And then exhale down. Inhale, marble roll, shoulders down. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, up we come. Exhale down. And let's change the other hand on top one last time. Good. Same thing, chaps. Last set. Here we go. Inhale. Keep the elbows wide. Exhale down. Inhale up. Can you create a little bit more length in the front body on this last one? Here we go. Inhale. Exhale down. Super. And push back into your child's pose. We've still got our legs tied up here, chaps. That's it. So knees together. And you're working to get your bottom down towards your heels. That's it. And you're reaching forward at the same time. So you might find that your bottom comes down on your heels really easily. I think it depends on the length of your levers and stuff like that. You might find there's a little bit of a gap between your bottom and your heels. Super. We're going to bring ourselves up. We're going to take the pesky band off our legs. Poof. And we're going to do a nice little bit of stretching. Okay, so you could keep your band tied if you wanted to, otherwise untie it. And let's go into our nice normal stretching. So glute stretch to start with. By the way, an interesting variation of this. Do you remember we did it against or on the chair a couple of weeks ago? You can also, if it's set up, you know, in your roof, you've got a piece of wall to hand, You can do this against the wall. So you put your foot on the wall, you see me, then your leg across. And that's quite nice too, because it allows you to work a little bit more into the hip. You can just work on that knee to open it out gently. And at the same time, gradually moving yourself closer to the wall. It's quite nice doing it against the wall. More than one way to skin a cat, as they say. Keep your tailbone relaxed, heavy into the mat. And breathe. Just let go of any tension in your hips there. Let's change sides. Other ankle over. Now, if you're against a wall and you do this, you might find, oh, hang on a minute, I can't be this close. And you might need to move yourself away, depending on which side is your tighter side. Breathe into it. Lovely. And now let's go into our hammy stretch. So we may as well use our band, as it's been our featured prop today. Once you've got your foot in your band, just do a little bit of flexing and pointing there. So you want the band around the ball of your foot there, that's it. Just to get a little bit more ankle strength. Super. That's it. Flex it like you mean it. Big toe coming up towards your knee there as you flex. Super. And then when you're ready, either keep your foot flexed or point it. You're going to bend the knee down towards your chest. Push into the heel as you extend the back of the leg, getting to those hamstrings. Let's go again. And feel free to start walking your hands up the band if you want to. Soften in the hip crease. So despite the fact that it's middle of April, it is still pretty chilly, isn't it? So go easy on the stretching, chaps. Listen to your body as always. Let the muscles tell you when they're ready to go a little bit more. Super. Let's bring the other foot into the band and take the first one out. Going back to the ankle action to start with. So nice, strong flexing and pointing, working that ankle joint. Super. Get that toe right up towards your knee as you flex. Lovely. And then when you're ready, let's get into those hammies. That's it. Nice work. Start moving your hands up the band if you want to. If you're feeling like a really bendy wendy today, you can always hold on to your foot instead. Soften in the hip crease. And breathe. Lovely. Let's take the foot out of the band. And we're going to rock up to sitting. And we're going to sit on a little bit of height, cross legs, just to do our little bit of rotation that we've been doing of late. That's it. Remember, the height is optional, but it does help you to get that lower part of your back in nice and straight. That's it. So you're holding onto the front of your knees and you're pulling lightly, not to bring your ribs forward so much, but to lengthen up. All right. So think of the back of your body. So yesterday we were talking about allotments because Tanya and Mervyn have allotments. And somehow we got into that image of your spine, the base of your spine like an onion, and then the rest of your spine like the bit that shoots up when it's growing. All right, so you've got that nice heavy bulb, onion at the base there, and then whoop, it goes up. Does that make a difference? Sometimes these little visual images help. All right, you're going to turn towards a leg. Other hand goes on the floor behind you like a little kickstand, but make sure you're not leaning towards it. That's it. So depending on how much height you're sitting on, you might need to put some height under that back hand as well, so that you're not having to lean towards it as you turn. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to turn, taking it gently. And back to the center. Sitting up nice and straight again, think onions. And then over to the other side. So, you know, any French speakers in the house? You know how they say it's none of your business in French? They say it's not your onions. Ce n'est pas tes oignons. Isn't that fab? Not your onions. Bring yourself back to center. Let's change the cross of the legs. And let's go again. So sit up nice and tall. That's it. And then turn. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to rotate around that spine. Belly button drawing to spine. Look at your ship on the horizon. And back to center. Other way. Nice work, guys. Everyone's looking super. And then bring it forward. And we're going to come into 4-point kneeling for our last little bit. So you can get rid of all your props now. Chuck them away. So let's take a quick cat stretch again, just so that we can enjoy how much more supple our spines feel. So when you're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, push the mat away from you. Round the back into a C. Tailbone up and underneath you. Scoop it up. Inhale, lengthen, shoulder blades floating down your back as your bum sticks out. That's it. Let's go again. Exhale, round it over. Let the head completely drop and hang. Hanging off the end of your spine there. Inhale, we're lengthening through. Super, looking really good. Let's go one more time. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen through. Shoulders down. Back of the neck long. And now return to your neutral mid position. We're going to tuck the toes. All right, tuck the toes. And now just take a tiny pigeon step forward with your hands. Not a big one, it's a little one. So they're no longer directly under our shoulders. That's it, shoulders down though. And you're going to lift up your hips into your downward dog. So adjust the width of your downward dog if you need to, if you feel that it's too wide or too narrow. And also if you feel like your hands are slipping on the mat, grab hold of the sides of your mat. Now, your heels will probably be off the floor here. I want you to bend your knees so that you feel like you're sticking your bottom up further in the air. Hang on, come back into your dog's pose. Come back into your dog pose, downward dog. That's it. Now, just bend your knees. Don't move your upper body, just bend. That's it, Sheila. Yes. Now, push the floor away from you through your hands so that you can bring your chest and your belly a bit closer to your thighs, keeping your knees bent. That's it, Abigail. Yes. Now that new position of your torso, keep that and now start straightening your legs. Yes. Hello. How do we like that? Let's go again. Bend the knees. Keep the torso where it is. That's it. Now push the mat away from you. Like I said, hold on to the sides of your mat if you need to. Get your belly and your chest closer to your thigh. So you'll feel your shoulder blade area flattening out. Hold that new position and now start to straighten your legs. Heels descending down towards the floor. Backs of the legs opening out. Nice work, guys. Yes, lovely. Let's bend our knees. Walk towards your feet. Hang off your legs. Over your legs, rather. Little shaky, shaky. Breath in, exhale, up we come. All the way to the top. Yes. So just to clarify, and this is, I guess, more of a yoga thing than a Pilates thing, but hey, it's a good thing. So that's why we do it. You come into your downward dog. And like I say, if you want to hold on to the sides of your mat here to stop yourself from slipping, that's fine. Your heels are up, you bend your legs. And then you push the mat away from you so you can bring your body closer to your thighs. Can you see that? And then you keep that new position as you start to re-straighten your legs. Okay, so that's the idea. All right then, enough of that. Let's come back to center to finish things off. Mind your props. Super duper. Stand a little bit wider than fist width. That's it. And have your hands on the outside of your thighs, shoulders down and back, collarbones wide. We're just going to tip you over. So you let your hand slide down the outside of your leg towards your ankle. That's it. Let your head go, Abigail. Let your head go. That's it. Yeah, there you go. And up you come. And other side. So you don't have to hold your head. You can let it go. That's it. Here's Kyra getting ready for her walkies, I think. And up we come. Let's do one more each side. Let it go. Give in to gravity here, pulling you sideways. That's it. Keep that top shoulder back. Open out the chest. Yes, beautiful. And up you come. Last one, take it over. That's it. Looking good, Tanya. Allotment lady. And up you come. Super. Feet back to fist width apart for our 2 up stretches. Yes, with a little balance because we like it. Here we go. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, we'll do one for nothing. Just push the air down and grow taller, taller, taller as you do. Super. One last one. Inhale, stretch up to the sun. Exhale, here we go. Hinge up those ankles, straight forward, push the air down. Feel invincible. Yes, that's it. Hold it. Give yourself the confidence. Give yourself permission to do this. There you go. And down. Easy, easy. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Have a super weekend, and I hope to see you next week.